Hello, and welcome to another episode of my Pop-Up Dungeon Let's Play. This is Northstar. As they go through maybe one more level here, I don't know. And probably call this run to an end. I thought I would say, first of all, thank you, folks, for watching this playlist. This video is part of a playlist for those who just stumbled across it. Check it out from the beginning. I have a few playlists actually of Pop-Up Dungeon, different campaigns, runs. They're all interesting. They all have something different to offer. I'll be back for that wizard's vending machine. Sometimes you get better equipment from a fight, and then I can reach even higher quality levels with it. Whereas you only get drops, I should say, up to a certain quality level. You're not going to get... Yeah. Guess it only matters if I do a few more. So maybe I'll do one or two more. We'll see how I'm feeling after this fight. But I got the achievement for making it to 430, so this is starting to wind down. And then I guess I'll do a little messing with abilities, game modes, and then do another video of something. I don't know, maybe I'll return to the Wizard's Tower, which should just probably add to that playlist, or maybe I'll start a new campaign, which will probably be in a different playlist. Let me set this up. Off camera, yeah. Alright, so kind of tired, long COVID. Also, for those new to the channel, to say about the long COVID, it sucks. It seriously impairs sometimes my ability to think clearly or multitask. So sometimes I'll stutter a little my words, trying to focus on doing something at the same time as talking. Even that will multitasking be difficult. It's tough. I was on the verge of probably going off to med school. Well, I mean, I was already a special master, so med school was on the verge of entering an MD program probably. It's top of my program. Like, literally at the very top of it. Perfect 4.0. I mean, I not like literally the #1 person. Because they can rank people. There may have been other people perfect 4.0s, but not many. Maybe a couple other people. I was definitely going to become a physician, or at least make it as far as getting through med school. I mean, that technically physician, but if you don't do residency, it's not real. You can't practice. Which I would have tried to do one, but you never know. Maybe things would have gone badly in med school. And then I got COVID. Second time. I had had it once before. You can get multiple times. I got long COVID. Screwed my life up. By the way, COVID's still going around. You can still get it even if you've been vaccinated. The chances are just a bit lower. And you can still get long COVID if you get COVID, even if you've been vaccinated. So more and more people are getting long COVID every year. And sometimes it's severe life-altering, debilitating outcomes from that. It's estimated that sometimes it's much milder symptoms, but it's estimated the majority of Americans will have it within 8 years at the rate we're going with just all new variants. But people aren't even getting tested for COVID, so they don't even know they got COVID. They just know that suddenly, they get a ring sound in their ears and won't go away, or nerve tingling, or gastrointestinal issues, or they're tired all the time. I mean, I'm tired all the time to the point I can't do hardly anything. Like, can't work, can't study in any kind of a consistent manner, so can't take on actual academic assignments because I can't focus, because brain fog is one of the symptoms of long COVID, and mine's severe enough. Some people won't have it this bad, but many won't, but yeah, this is the capitalism destroying itself. And I say capitalism because the only reason this isn't being dealt with adequately is because the rich don't want to invest the money in curing it. They think society they'll be fine. Of course, they can get long COVID too, but they're better insulated from the actual virus in the first place. Like the White House went about getting like all these fancy UV filters for the coronavirus to clean the air supply and such during the pandemic. Because one of the things is airborne coronavirus and can loiter in the air, which for a long time the CDC outright denied, even though they knew it was true under pressure from the White House. Because fucking asshole executives like Trump and Biden, they're both scumbags. But Trump's obviously worse, but in the US we don't have a democracy. We have two parties that are both shit, and they just take turns of power. And we're not allowed to have more parties, right? Because we have first past the post voting system, which doesn't allow for other parties to actually get a foot in the door. Just forces third parties to act as a spoiler. You know, if you vote for the Green Party, you might be handing victory to the Republicans, kind of thing. Other countries have proportional representation systems or ranked choice voting specifically to avoid that problem, because they learned from the example of the United States, as in the example of what not to do. Not imitating the US, which would be a stupid freaking thing to do in this regard. I'm sure some nationalists will hate me saying that. They love to think America is perfect and does everything best. Alright, let's go trigger this detaunt, I guess. And Jack Bold. Bluff.
Who needs saving?
He's like a gambler, card player. I think he's called the Gambler, any rank below legendary or something, or Gambler. Yeah, this is a very high ascension level. He loses back defense from buffing, though. I guess I do. You can see his cards and know he's buffing. Well, everything can get behind him. Just now. It's all for a turn. Just nobody can call his bluff, so to speak. Just have Gene stay put for a turn. Holy promise on James. Not sure how much damage that he does yet. Wouldn't hurt.
There's a storm on the horizon.
Move forward. Single tile.
Never turn your face from the cold.
Have intend that so Brock has a space in front of him, can pull out, or could summon a treant there. It's also or clear space. There's already a way for Brock to get forward.
Put your faith in the light.
Haste, speed. And put some variance in mobility. Boom. Must may adapt. If he rolls low on it, I can just stay put. If he rolls high, go move aggressively. It's high enough anyways for my purposes. Let him sometimes get when he needs very high mobility, what he needs.
My My path is righteous.
Let's move forward tile because that didn't cost any AP. Any more wood.
I'm gonna have to get this dog fixed.
Dog bone key. Amazing. This has quite a bit of variance in how much damage it does. Of course, the numbers don't include the crit chance, so actually can do it. Does a lot more damage than it looks like. Get closer, I guess.
Time for some explosive action.
Maybe the cargo wood or chew through here and come from bottom in. But maybe not. It's a bit of damage itself, so it's more powerful. It's worth power and add or damage. This gives a long-lasting shield itself. Guards. Birdseed stone. Why does this have different effect in the sun? Helpful thing. Remember?
Know any good recipes?
I think I'd rather have the Lich just try and use Doom. Doom! Sorry. And turn this into an angry corn. Never hurts to do a little damage though. Especially water. Yeah. Easy outrun the cargo loader. But I'd rather not have to deal with that, so here. since that failed. It's close here. This guy will have to run.
You should have expected this inquisition.
Yeah, the witch come around that back there. It's too crowded the same approach.
The truth has its benefits.
This may be to Brock. Put it to better use than someone else.
Fear and surprise are my chief weapons.
I'm better than Marcus. Tinker, tinker, this is my proudest invention. I taught you everything you know. This came to me in a steamy dream.
I'll win back what's mine. I'm on a roll. Hot streak. Jackpot.
Feel the light, cold spring or mortal veins.
Roll. I'm all in.
My wrath undoes the wicked.
Wait a second. Oh, this is a summon. I'm like, why is there an ottoman on the other side? Over there for a turn, but still quite nasty. He'd wound it up, it could have. He gave speed to this guy instead, even though he already had 72 speed, so that was useless. Dumb. Yeah, isn't always the smartest. Take him out and the Ottoman goes. But Hrothgar doesn't have many downhill attacks.
Your faith is weak.
Let's see what he gets. Active flexibility. Greater Zeal Strike. Cool. We just do this. Make sure the Ottoman doesn't go kill him.
incompetence! Think and tinker in tin cans!
Could have stolen the fence. That might have actually helped.
Repent!
He's got high enough armor pen. Shoot. Open that. Oh well. Oh, this can be used when an ally does damage.
These elven arms have seen much suffering.
Let's see. Witch lacks power, otherwise she'd do quite decent damage. This is buffer. Should be able to take out the cargo loader. Power and crit chance.
I sentence you to more
Or sanctify, because it gives Jane a little speed.
Effort is the magic of man. This will aid you.
Want to get an orc's way, he'll probably move forward. Uh, s- it's not quite enough to boost this in the turn order. Didn't roll high enough initiative.
A little magic.
I do not seek glory.
Hmm.
A divine fate.
High mobility.
My path is righteous.
Necessity is the mother of invention. Stop the incompetence! I'll have to make some adjustments.
Mm-mm. So where is this mobility? Interesting.
Stay close.
Finish him off the hoist strike.
You're not gonna like this.
Mm-mm. Awful against Earth. It's a clockwork. Ritter. Assault kick. Might finish this off. Which would have done otherwise. It's all based on how many, whether he got a crit or thinking double crit. No, crit. And where he rolled in the. It says 9400, but it's actually 94 number over 100. There's a lot of variance. Which matters because if it rolls high in defenses, real range is wider. Anyways. I love summons, even though it's usually overkill. She doesn't have the mobility to do any good. Really. Maybe in a turn.
Make room.
The Inquisitor trick or treat. Useful eventually. Hmm. Hmm? That's new. Looks like the game, some sort of logic error or something. Probably do with moving next to something that has fear but has a reaction. Great. Can you retry the level or just end the run? Screw it. I'm ending the run. Enough of this. Z. Reward code, which I will share. 55 million gold, or earned legit. None of this gold farming nonsense some people do. I think I would have gone more if I'd walked away, technically. Got the extra level in the charm, it's probably. Like if I beat that level, I might have gone more, who knows. There's a victory bonus. Well, flawed Alexandrite. Any levels below anything I've currently got equipped. Eventually be combined up with other stuff. Alright. Got a moment here. Give me a sec over here. Alright. Sorry about that. Let's see. Slut, I think she starts with epic equipment, not legendary, but there we go. It's cost. It's just a little too much. It takes too long to reach max. Compare it to the previous version. A little more emphasis on speed and instant healing. Remember, speed helps with moving characters up in the turn order sometimes. I found instant healing to be more useful and over time. Although sometimes getting over time and ahead of time can be beneficial in the future. So a little variance in this. It allows me to adapt to things. Or adapt to. Whatever the role is. And definitely on the speeds, and sometimes, very often, it would need to roll high to move a character up in the order at all. So even though there is the average bit more. Allows me to do more variance on this because characters only have so much health, but often you just need instant healing when you need it. But long-term healing allows me to adapt. Because this is something over 5 turns. I'll have a chance to use a heal again, maybe. Find the instant healing was enough before, actually. So, boom. Cool. Save. Prove from now on. This new version of Blessed Essence. It's a little less powerful at like ridiculous numbers of battles into, say, a run home campaign where you've been using the hull deck a bunch to level up, or the sim. think it's actually called holodeck. It's a Star Trek term, but it's a chance to pay for itself quite often. Let's see. With James, he needs to spend a certain number of AP, so I'm less apt to decrease the cost of his stuff. Have to find the Zeal Strike's a little more useful. I don't get that many level ups in White Power. Slight change in the weights here. Tato flexibility. Increase the variance in this a bit. I found quite a few desperate situations where the Paladin's relatively weak heal doesn't do jack. If he healed just a little more. Um, Ace could use a little variance, to be honest. This. What can I say? I like giving abilities. Oop, not delay. Variance. Allows me to adapt. Actually, since Hrothgar is often in greater danger, so increase the odds of this actually being a useful amount of shield. It's the lower end and middle end. Lower and middle end of the range is useless. Increase the weighting further too. On it. So lots of tweaks to stuff based on experience. Maybe in some cases things I meant to change before. Checking the bellies and things. I mean, the conditions on things. Zeal strikes are cool and all, but they don't actually do not always cost effective. Let's lower the chance to react a little bit. Makes it slightly more powerful. So only be used to add all. Increase the variance on the siphon significantly. So at the high range will siphon anything quite often. Found too often though. He doesn't get to use all these anyways. If it doesn't proc, then he doesn't spend the AP, so with reactives you often, well, a little bit of a chance not to proc to increase the strength. Reactive I'm finding. So it's actually enough to be useful. Especially Divine Heal. This is a weaker Paladin Heal. There we go. Or the weight on the scaled healing a tiny bit. The self-absorb. Actually, slightly greater than before. Or 6% chance not to proc, so that this does, it's actually useful. There we go. Not guaranteed, but he's a frontline fighter. It's not dedicated. It's a nice bonus when it fires, but it's not there just to keep characters alive, usually, unlike, say, Jane, the healer, so lower chance to proc is fine. Alright. Well, that run is done, I think. Let's see. Four random allies. I found that was a bit excessive. Change this to 2 random allies. And loop once instead of 3 times. I get 3 to 4 of these options. 2 of them having better stats. So it's a little variance, adds a little unpredictability. Boom. And this ends up being more initiative points than it says. It varies based on the difficulty and such. This does allow me to go to very high. Power levels without things being hmm. This is based off the pre-made thing, which is there, I think, to act as an instructive thing on how to provide buffs to the party. And all sorts of interesting fillers. Interesting. All sorts of fillers, I should say. Interesting. Filters. Interesting. Hmm. Oh, that just makes it random. But yeah, a little messing with stuff. Set to huge and normal. That's closer. So it's a little bit less weaker than before, but it's closer to, I think the kind of buff level I want to not be completely overpowered. Keep up with the way things can get a little broken in Galaxy Brain. All right. Make sure that's saved. I have to take a look at it. I've done the top 10 in Arena many times. Still got more to do with the stories, but still have to make my way through floor 10 of the Wizard's Tower. Can add. This is way you can play player-made campaigns. Halloween campaign could be interesting. You have to deal with party members being not coming back free after combat. Than before, so I could use modes. I guess I have more to think about with the modes before I do another thing with it, so we'll attend the Wizard's Tower next, I suspect. But that will have to come in a future video. This has gone a little long, so I hope you folks enjoyed this. 52 minutes, that's good enough. I wish you all the best. Take care of each other, kind yourselves, and may you always find a guiding star to lead on. Till next time, this is Northstar. Adieu.